I'm Jake Newshound, and this is Newshound's Location Report. The most extraordinary things have been happening this Sunday morning here in Jerusalem. As you know, Jesus was executed on Skull Hill last Friday and buried nearby, here in this garden. But there are reports that the tomb has been broken into. Behind me, officers of the Temple Police are making a detailed search at the gardens. With me is the Chief of the Temple Police, Inspector Clueless. Inspector, tell us what's happened here.
Yes, I'm afraid a very serious crime has been committed. A dead body has gone missing from one of the tombs.
And whose body was it?
The body of Jesus of Nazareth. We've already interviewed some of the first witnesses at the scene of the crime. They were the women followers of Jesus.
And what did they have to say?
Very early this morning, the sun is just rising, the women arrive in the garden to visit the tomb of Jesus. But as they cross the garden, they get a terrible shock. The heavy stone that should be over the tomb has been rolled to one side. The tomb is wide open. They rush inside, hoping to see the body of Jesus, but there's nothing there. The body has simply vanished. Then, suddenly, the dark tomb fills with what they describe as a wonderful light. And standing right next to them are two strange men wearing clothes that shine like the sun. And not surprisingly, they're terrified. The women, that is, not the two men. And then the men speak. Why are you looking in a tomb for someone who is alive? Jesus is not here. He has risen. Obviously, we would like to interview these two men so that we can eliminate them from our inquiries. So, if either of them is watching, get in touch.
Yes, indeed. And in the meantime, Inspector, have you any theory about what might have happened?
Personally, I suspect the women. Maybe they stole the body.
Yes, but how would they have rolled away that huge stone? I mean, it must have weighed a ton.
Yes, good point. Hadn't thought about that. Make a good policeman, you would. Yes, right, gotta go. Clues to find, tombs to visit. Yes.
Join me now in the little village of Emmaus, just a few miles outside Jerusalem, where two of Jesus' followers have some more information about him. And I tell you, it's pretty amazing stuff. Clearperson Mary, thank you for being with us. It must have been
It's not
quite
going
an
to take
experience.
long, is it? We've got to be going.
Going? Going where?
Jerusalem. To tell the others, the other disciples, we've got the most wonderful news. They're never going to believe it.
No. Well, you see, we left Jerusalem about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, then we started walking home. It's about 11 kilometres.
We were feeling really sad, see?
We'd seen Jesus being crucified on Friday, and there didn't seem to be anything worth living for anymore.
When suddenly a stranger joins us on the road.
Seems to come out of nowhere.
He looks a bit familiar, but the sun's shining in our eyes and we can't see his face properly.
And then he notices we've been crying, and he says,
What
are you so sad about?
Yes.
And that's when you told him off.
That's right. I said to him, are you the only person in Jerusalem who doesn't know about Jesus being crucified?
Fancy saying that to him.
So we tell him everything.
How Jesus had been put to death and buried, and how terrible it is, and about the strange stories we heard this morning about the tomb being empty.
And then he puts us right, see? He tells us how the old Bible says that God's own Son has to suffer and die, and that he'll beat death.
He shows us that Jesus isn't just an ordinary man or a miracle worker, but the Son of God.
Right, the one God sent to save us from our sins. It was amazing the way he spoke.
Anyway, by then it's getting dark, so we ask him to join us for a meal. So we go inside.
We sit down for supper.
I bring the food in.
He takes a loaf of bread and thanks God for it.
He breaks it in half.
And suddenly, we realise it's him.
It's Jesus.
Alive.
Larger than life.
You're right. You see, we hadn't recognised him on the road. We felt so stupid.
Oh, how could we not have done it? But now we could see with our own eyes. He was alive again.
And what happened next?
Disappeared.
Vanished.
And that's why we've got to get back to Jerusalem. Peter and the other disciples got to be told straight away.
But they'll be so relieved now we know why the tomb was empty. You see, Jesus has been raised from the dead.
He's come back to life.
Hello. We've dashed back here to Jerusalem. It's late now. We've not been able to see the disciples as yet, but Anne Opinion, our religious affairs correspondent, is here with me. Anne, the impossible seems to have happened. Jesus is alive. Have the disciples found out about it? Did Cleopas and Mary talk to them yet?
Well, they didn't need to, Jake. Earlier this evening, Jesus appeared to the disciples in the room where they're staying. They said they couldn't believe it. After all, they'd watched him die. They'd seen him being buried, and now here he was, full of life.
And it really was Jesus. I mean, it wasn't just a ghost or anything.
Oh, no. It really was Jesus. I mean, he sat with them, talked with them. He even ate some fish that they were cooking. But he told them that he is truly God's son.
But what does it all mean?
Jesus himself explained it to them. He said that he had to die on the cross so that God could forgive all the things that we have done wrong. And he rose again to give us the power to live a new life, a life following Jesus and doing what he wants us to do. Best of all, he's conquered death for us too. Anyone who believes in Jesus can know that they're going to be with him forever when they die. It's the best news there could possibly be.
Anne, thanks for telling us. We started this broadcast thinking we'd come to the end of the story of Jesus. But I think you'll agree with me that it's only just the beginning. Jesus is alive and still wants people to be his followers. This is an overjoyed Jake Newshound, handing you back to the studio.